Welcome back to ZK1 Plays, and today we're going to be talking about how to get an S rank in any of the replay missions. You can see I haven't done a lot of these yet, but it turns out getting an S rank in one of these missions is actually pretty difficult. It's not just as simple as replaying it once. And I will say that too. You don't get a rank the first time you play it. You have to actually replay it through the replay mission menu in order to get these ranks. And so the illegal entry I have not completed yet because you are not allowed to customize your mech. You have to use the pre-assigned one. And so we're going to jump right in here with this mission, destroy artillery installations, and see if we can get an S tier ranking. And what I'm running on my mech is a let's see, that's like a machine gun. What do they call it? Gatling gun. Left hand is a nice shotgun. The right shoulder is this plasma missile launcher, and the left shoulder is the songbird. I'm running the reverse joint so I can have a lot of movement going on through this place. And so there's three main things that count toward these S tier missions. First and most importantly is time. You must get through the time of the mission as quick as possible. So completing it in the quickest amount of time is the best way to get an S tier. The second thing that contributes is how much damage you've taken. You want to make sure that you don't take that much damage. Take as little as possible. And thirdly, how much ammunition did you expend? The more that you expend, the more you're going to be docked points, and it's going to take you down a ranking. And so, all that being said, the goal is to go fast, not take damage, and to expend as little ammo as possible, which reminds me, this is still a good build, but what I'm going to do is change out my weapons because if you know anything about the Gatling gun, it of course uses a ton of ammunition. And so what I'm going to switch to is either a weapon that doesn't use traditional ammunition and thus can be spammed without having to worry about losing out on your grade, or B, I'm going to use big one-shot weapons that have just fewer ammunition in general, or I'm going to use weapons that have the ability to knock out characters like without using any ammunition at all, like such as a sword. And so we're going to start with this pulse gun, I think. Yeah, I think so, because it does a lot of damage, but it also doesn't consume a ton of ammo. And then on my left hand, I'm of course going to switch over to the sword because we definitely want to have at least one weapon that doesn't do any ammunition depletion at all. And so the original laser blade is still my favorite. Yeah, okay. As far as the shoulder units go, let's see. Go with something like the songbirds, I guess. That's not a bad idea. And then yeah, I think that looks pretty decent. We're going to see how this works. So this will help me use a little bit less ammunition. Another thing I'm going to do that help me use less ammunition is to use my my mech's assault armor and also use my mech's the assault rush where you cancel it into a kick, which is just after you're already sprinting, go ahead and click that left stick again. If you've unlocked that ability, you'll automatically kick the enemy. It actually does quite a bit of damage as well. And so let's see how quickly we can complete this and get the S tier ranking and not get hung up on the A tier. So yeah, wish me luck, and let's get right into it. All right, immediately, not going to waste any time. I'm going to try to fly really, really quickly and get into destroying these ammunition artillery installations, okay? And you can see I'm ignoring some of these battles because you do not have to kill that many enemies. You don't have to kill everything on the screen. You only have to accomplish the mission objectives, all right? And so that's what I'm going for, is just accomplishing the mission objectives, which, of course, these have the you can only damage these artillery installations from behind, which I forgot about, but there we go. Let's see if we can get them down. All right. Going to the next section. Again, you see me ignoring pretty much all of these enemies, and the reason, once again, you do not have to eliminate enemies. You only have to accomplish the mission's goals. And so if you can do that without eliminating enemies, it'll actually save you a lot of time, all right? And so final sight. Let's see if we can do it. I also have not taken a ton of damage yet, although I've taken more than I necessarily wanted to. But again, dodging takes its own toll versus eliminating enemies. Because if you're eliminating them, you're not going to take a lot of damage at all because you're able to dodge and kind of engage with them. But if you're just running past, you're going to take a lot of just pot shots. And so, best of luck to you. Man, I'm taking a ton of damage. But maybe I can still S tier this. We're going to see. I'm not exactly sure what the threshold is. Like, I wish I knew how much damage you could take. Oh my gosh. And still have the ability to do it. Let's see here. Wrong input. Ugh. I think I'm going to have failed this one just from the amount of damage I've taken. But I haven't used a repair kit, and I haven't had to worry about my weapons losing a ton of ammunition. All right, let's hide so we don't take any more damage. All right, now the moment of truth. I took 9K or 8K damage. Let's see if I got the S tier, if I got the A tier. I definitely did it fast, but I think I took too much damage. Oh, man, the ammunition costs are pretty high as well. Okay, what can we do? What can we do to fix that? Okay, the only thing I changed out was I changed my right-hand weapon to a shotgun so that I could easily take out one of those artillery cannons with one shot and at the same time not have to worry about expending a ton of ammo. So once again, we're going to go as fast as we can, but this time paying a little more attention to not take as much damage. I have not read anywhere that you have to be flawless with your damage taking, but I definitely think you got to take less than what I took last time, which was over 8,000. And so, okay, let's get around to the back of these suckers. Here we go. Okay, I got all those. See if I can get away from taking damage here. That was pretty flawless. Now I got one more sight, and this time I'm going to take a little curvier of a route and also dodge more as to not take as much damage. See how I'm kind of zigzagging and trying to make sure that I'm not taking quite as much damage. And this time we're going to fly to the side so we're not approaching these things head on, because that definitely screwed me up last time as well. I took quite a bit of rocket damage from the artillery themselves. So here we go, looping around behind. There was a nice hit on me. Okay, I've got one left, and I've only taken about 1,000 damage. Let's see if this is going to do it for me. Okay, what the heck? All right, let's hide now. See if we got the S tier. I only took 1,000 damage, and I didn't use a ton of extra ammunition. I guess we're going to see. There it is. Okay, perfect. So there's a great example. How can you get the S tier? Well, my differential was huge that time because I barely took any damage, and it looks like that might be kind of the main key is to take very, very little damage, do as much, rapid pace, quick action as you can, and at the same time conserving ammunition. And so, which in my case, what I did is I used lower ammunition weapons, but I'm not sure if that's exactly the answer or not. But again, the three things to getting S tier rankings in these missions are to go fast, conserve ammunition, take as little damage as possible, and you'll start getting some S tiers. I'm going to start working my way through, but I'm telling you, this is not an easy process. And so best of luck to you, and I, of course, will be taking that compliment as well as I try to do my best and pass these. Man, it's kind of daunting now that I'm looking at it, but good luck, and may the trophy be with you. All right, peace.